Hey everybody, welcome to Trials to Triumph. This is Pastor Brad Closter joining you again. Man, it's like clockwork. Every Tuesday night, 7 o'clock, YouTube or Facebook. I sure am glad to have you with us, and I hope these little times together that we have are a blessing to you. Be sure, because I can't see you. This is kind of a one-way street, but be sure to leave us a comment or something to let us know that you're watching, being a part of this. I know that some of you just watch it and jet, but come on, it's nice to know that you're there, whether you are joining us live and in person, or maybe after the fact, that I know some people are able to do it then. Last week, I talked to you about wasted potential, and we talked about a guy named Demas. And if we're honest, Demas was not that fun to talk about because none of us want to be Demas, and none of us want to waste our potential. But tonight, I want to flip the script, talk to you about someone way better than Demas, somebody who I have emulated and wanted to be like my entire life. And if anybody has a hero in particular, or a Bible hero, this is my guy. And so I claim him. You have to find somebody else. But my guy is Daniel. And I want to talk to you about Daniel because he did not waste his potential. He fulfilled his potential. Now, let me begin by just setting the stage here that Daniel was captured as a teenage slave. So if anybody had we could say the right to not fulfill his potential, it'd be Daniel. I don't know what Demas's background was, but Daniel's background, I'm willing to bet, was worse than Demas's, because Daniel was captured, taken away from his family, and used as a slave. But one of the great things about Daniel is that what he did in spite of his circumstance. And so I want to share with you, just like I did with Demas, 3 ways that you will waste your potential. I want to share with you about Daniel now, 3 ways that you will fulfill your potential. So here we go. If you can write these down, that's great. If not, you might have to rewatch this later and get these points. But here's 3 things that Daniel displayed in his life so he could fulfill his potential. Number 1 is he was a man of courage. He knew what to do. He knew how to do right. And he was willing to do right regardless of the outcome. You know, I love the verse where it says, Daniel purposed in his heart that he would not defile himself. He had no help in that. He just did it. He decided, I'm going to do what's right regardless of what anybody else does. I'm going to do what's right, and I have the courage to do that it may not be popular. It may not be the way that everybody wants to go right now, but I'm going to do it because I know it's right. And you and I all know that takes courage. Number 2, the other thing that Daniel had or displayed that helped him fulfill his potential was character. See, not only did Daniel have the courage to do what was right, but he had the character to do it when no one was looking. See, that's you might want to write that one down, because not only do I need courage to do what's right, but I need to have the character to do it when no one's looking. You know, I've heard it said that who you are when no one is around is who you really are. So if you want to reach your potential, decide to be a person of character regardless of who's watching, who's around, who's seeing what you're doing, because that's how important it is. Because Daniel did things that no one ever saw that built in him a character so that when they did see him and he was put up to the flame and the test, that he passed that test. Now, the third thing, he had courage. He was a man of character. The third thing was, I love this one, he had confidence. Daniel believed so much in his God. Now, Daniel wasn't born again. He wasn't water baptized. He didn't have a great church. He didn't have a great pastor. And he didn't have little 6 or 7 minute videos on YouTube that he could watch either. Imagine that. But he had such courage and confidence. He had such confidence in God that he knew God is going to show up for me. I don't care what's going on. I don't care what the king says. I don't care what the laws say. I don't care this. I don't care that. I have confidence that if I stand for God, God's going to stand for me. Man, that's just exciting, man, to see somebody that had that sort of courage and that sort of character and that sort of confidence standing, knowing that I might be standing alone, but it's worth standing for because I know that my God is with me and I know that he's not going to abandon me in this time. Man, think about it. Getting thrown into a lion's den? Are you kidding me? This is not Nat Geo here. These are starving, hungry lions that want you dead. But he had confidence knowing that if I take this stand, if I do what I know I'm supposed to do, God is going to come through for me. So let's go over them again. Number one, for you to reach your full potential, we're going to learn from Daniel. Be a person of courage. Don't back down. Stop being weak if you are. Stop being wimpy if you are. Be a person of courage and take a stand for what you know is right. Number two, be a person of character. Whether anybody's watching you or not, we're doing the right thing. It doesn't matter if you have audience or if you're all by yourself, you're doing what's right because the Bible says whatever's done in secret will come to light anyway. And number three, be a person of confidence. You know that you know that you know who your God is and what he's able to do. And he's not going to leave you. He's not going to forsake you. He's not going to abandon you. But he's going to rescue you in the time of need. These are three great keys, simple keys, but great keys to help you not waste your potential like Demas, but realize it and be a man or woman of God like Daniel was and fulfill your potential. Hey, thanks for joining me tonight. I hope this was a challenge and an encouragement to you, and we'll see you again next time on Trials to Triumph.